Hello, welcome to Lanmou Tarot. This is a general reading for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the last 2 weeks of May 2019. These cards are pre-shuffled, doing a little more shuffling on camera. As usual, Spirit, what message guidance do you have for our Virgo friends? Message guidance. Alright, Virgo. And this is the Akashic Tarot, and I have the vice versa card ready for any clarification if needed, okay? So here we go. The Queen of Squirrels, very well. It's kind of like the Queen of Earth. Two of Keys, the Treasure, and the Four of Forces, Spring and Autumn. At the bottom of the deck, we have Major Arcana number 2, the Akashic. I always say aura. I didn't order. I don't know why. The Akashic Library. So, Virgo, we have 2 on the table, a 4 in that Major Arcana. So, there is a sense here of things starting to add up for you, okay? There is a sense of balance. There is a sense of duality, right? 2 times 2 is 4. 2 plus 2 is also 4. And there you are, the Queen of Schools. The Queen the Queen of Schools is kind of like it's pretty much the same as the Queen of Air, if you will. But I really have the sense that this is you here, like you are in control of that Akashic Library, Virgo, right? You really tapping into that energy to learn more. I have the crystal sticks here lined up on that side. They're off camera, you cannot see them. All the it's kind of like all the chakra lined up, and the wood chakra just fell out for you, Virgo. So here we have here, perhaps you're trying to find your ground, to found new grounds, right? To feel a little bit more grounded, and you feel like you need to go and tap into that Akashic Library. That's what brings you your groundedness, right? Perhaps in learning, in understanding, not just learning with your mind, right? But also through your intuition, through the learning about the mysteries, learning about the deep secret of the universe, right? Of the divine. That's the and you like getting deeper and deeper into it, okay? And that's what's gonna lead you to your treasure. And the 2 of Keys sometimes can seem like it's a treasure that is lost, and for some of you perhaps it is a lost treasure that you're about to find. Perhaps for some of you it's something that was always there, you didn't even know that was there, right? Perhaps it's in tapping into that Akashic Library, you're really going to find a new treasure. It doesn't have to be that something is gone. It may just be that those earthly things that you really were holding on to so tightly, Virgo, they're gonna be taken away, because you're finding a new treasure. You're finding a new treasure in understanding life in a deeper, more meaningful way. You're finding a new treasure in understanding that the well of abundance, right, of the universe is overflowing. There's no need to withhold things. And I'm saying all this, by the way, this is the vice versa tarot. This is the 4 of Pentacles that is on top here, after I shuffle them. So there is a sense here, if you've been holding too tightly on things, there's no need for that. Let it go. If things were taken away from you, were stolen from you, you will have a lot of abundance in a whole different way, an abundance that will never end, okay? Because the true treasure lies within. The true treasure, as you understand, as you tap into the Akashic Library, is just ever, never, the flow of it never ends, okay? And this is spring, autumn, and that you have here 4 of Forces, for the number of foundation here, right? Number denoting stability, and forces deals with the forces of nature here, okay? These natural forces we're talking about, and this is a change of season. And the picture in this card shows upside down, right? It can be in reverse or it can be on top. I keep these cards up on top, but whichever way you look at it, there is a change in season, and either way, it's beautiful. The scenery is beautiful. Whether you're looking at in autumn when the leaves are falling, right? When you had that phase here, like in the full moon phase, when we are releasing energy, when the leaves are falling, the trees are getting naked, preparing for the winter. Or you're looking at spring, when you are actually I want to say recolting. I know that's not an English word, because I'm thinking of récolter in French. That means harvesting. That's the word, harvesting. Okay, maybe some of you that are listening, some of you Virgos speak French, and that's means something to you, because the word récolter really wanted to come out. So some of you will be harvesting like in the springtime here with these beautiful pink flowers, right? So there is a sense here. There's nothing that's lost. Whatever you think you might have lost in the spring with the trees, getting naked, the grass has died, and all of that, it's going to come back again, because the flow of abundance of you in the universe, it doesn't end. That energy doesn't end. And that's the message I'm really getting here for you, Virgo. It's really to understand there are greater treasure in this life than what perhaps you've been accustomed to, that you've been holding on to, okay? Because you are about to tap into higher awareness, higher self-awareness, and you are learning and you are delving into it. The Queen of Schools is the queen of it's kind of like the queen of air, but here she's holding the schools, right? She's deep into the learning. It's not just about cutting things off, about like not letting go, but it's really about to invest yourself into that learning, invest yourself into this new higher level of awareness, into this new enlightened way of being, okay? So make sure that you know that going forward on Virgo, things, material things, yes, I know, Virgo, you love beautiful things, you can be a bit of perfectionist, and that's not just to say it as a thing about Virgo to be sly about it, but it's kind of like part of your planetary arrangement. That's just the way it is. I mean, Aries, like, we're very impatient. Like, I own up to it, and it's an ongoing things that I work on constantly, about being impatient. But, and by the way, when people meet me, that's the least thing they think of me. They don't see the impatience, because I've worked so hard on it. So for you, Virgo, you perhaps want to keep this immaculate home. You want to have the perfect job. You want to always dress this perfect way. You want to put that persona out, and you're starting to realize, like, all these earthly things that you are collecting, and in a blink of an eye, they can be taken away from you. They're not the true treasure, because the true treasure is that light right there above your head, that's beaming, that's like giving your energy, life force energy, inspiration, that you can take and build new things, bigger things, better things, because you are tapping into something that is way bigger. So I'm going to ask you to please, going forward, to really, 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 really understand you are your own treasure. You carry that treasure with you no matter where you go. No matter where you go. Whatever that was that you think is being taken away from you, or that was taken away from you, you can have all of it back, even better, even bigger and better, okay? By just tapping into that Akashic library, by just learning and understanding and feeling and welcoming this new higher level of awareness that you're tapping into. I really don't feel like I need to get any clarification for you, Virgo, but I will actually. Let's take something here on that Queen of Schools for you, Virgo. Let's Spirit, what can you tell us about the Queen of Schools here for Virgo? There we go. And here we have the four, another four. So now we have four of cups, and here in that four of cups, all four cups, it's not about receiving. All four cups are on a spilled on the beach. He's sitting on the beach, this guy here, he's looking at the four cups spilled. It's almost like there's no emotions on the face. I cannot see he's sad, he's definitely not happy, or morals, or just thinking. The cups are overflowing. It's almost like the cups have been abandoned here, right? So there is a sense of not so much disappointment, but kind of like whatever, right? There's a sense of like, there's a sense of not fully appreciating that emotional stability, not fully appreciating these beautiful cups, right? Because they're just like being abundant. You just toss them to the beach. They can, the ocean, the waves can take them with them. They can sink deeper into the sands, whatever, right? The crabs find little refuge there inside of it, right? The card of the crab, which denoting cancer here. Some of you may be dealing with a cancer. Perhaps that's why. That's that disappointment, that emotional disappointment that throw you into the thrones. That's what was taken away from you. That's why you're now trying to find a different way of being, okay? Because it seems you are taking action here in building that new beginning, okay? And at the bottom, and what was facing us here was the hermit. So Virgo, like really, this is like you. This is you on a journey of self-discovery. This is you on a journey of understanding better. You're placing the world of understanding better. What do you know? What's important to you? Okay, this is really what I'm getting here. You are asking yourself these questions. You are asking yourself this question: what is important to me? What do I want to create? What do I want to live? What do I want to make of my world, of my life? What is valuable to me? What do I want to give my sweat for? Okay? Because there's a sense of, it's really not like, it's what's the word? It's a sense of indifference. That's the word. And you know that saying that says hate is not the worst, it's indifference at the words. Because here we don't see a sense of like, we don't see a sense of hate, we don't see a sense of happiness. You can't really see it. It's a sense of indifference. Okay, it's a sense of indifference here. So like perhaps it's that indifference that you're trying to come out of. Okay, that's an indifference you're trying to come out of. And I really want you to harness, to just be optimistic. Just know spring is right around. Spring is coming again. If it's feeling like it's autumn, everything is falling apart, everything, all the leaves are leaving, like you're not feeling the love, the air is getting colder, and you feel like in a way kind of like, what is going on? All these things I built are being taken away from me. These beautiful flowers that I've planted are being taken away from me. Just know spring is a coming, and what you have, the real treasure that you have, will stay always with you. Okay, I don't know why I feel like I need to keep saying that. It's almost like wherever here that's listening, that watching this reading, you're not getting it yet. The treasure is within you. The treasure, nobody, the real treasure here, nobody can take away from you. Okay, there's a real sense like I need to keep saying that. Tap into that higher level of understanding, into that intuition. Okay, use your mind. Use your mind's eye, your eyes, what I say, my mind's eye, your eyes, mind, your that intuition. Because yes, you will do the learning through the books, but also the Akashic library, to really access it. It's really, you really have to go to that intuition. You really have to access it just through your mind's eye, through that third eye, to that deeper level of understanding of like everything is connected, and that nothing can be taken away from you, because you already have everything and you are everything. And I'm just going to stop, because I feel like I need to keep repeating this, and I hope that you understand what I'm trying to say to you, Virgo. And I feel like you're all going in that journey here as a hermit, to really of self-discovery, to really understand better, and your path will be guided along the way. You'll be guided along the way, because the hermit is never alone. Even in solitary, the dog is right there. He has his that, especially in this card here, you see that full moon, there's a face in that full moon, and then and then of course he has his lantern. So during this full moon energy, some of you are really going to do this deep work. You're really going to do the releasing. And look at here, there's a golden egg. They want me to show you this. There's a golden egg, and this time my hand just touched the root chakra, and this time it did not fall. By the full moon energy here, that work you're working, especially if you've been doing this work already, you've been trying to tap into, because oh my goodness, look at this. I've been saying that to you, I didn't even notice that. I'm all over the place because they're pointing all those things to me. I was talking about the third eye chakra, your mind's eye. I didn't even see, do you see how there's a light that's shining on the third eye chakra? I didn't even notice that. That's just shown to me just right now. That third eye chakra, some of your third eye chakra might open during this time. If you really start delving deeper into the mysteries, you may have a real Kundalini awakening here. But what I was going to show you in this card is the golden egg that they wanted me to show you. Something is about to hatch. Something is about to hatch there for you. That egg is about to hatch, okay? Once you come into that new level of understanding for you, this is your golden egg. This is your path. This is your treasure, okay? Your treasure is safe, and you carry it with you wherever you go. Wherever you go. In that solitary, wherever you go. This is so beautiful, Virgo. Just know you are protected. You already have all the knowledge that you need within. Because the Queen of Swords already know more than she even realized she knows. She have all that inside of her. And if this is a romantic situation for you, look at what's at the bottom of the deck. The Union of Hearts. A love connection defines explanation. Love connection defines explanation. You you may be indifferent. You may not want to take on that emotional, or somebody you're dealing with, especially if it's a Cancer, they may not want to deal with all that emotion that they feel. They may not want to deal with, they may not understand it. But because it's too much for them, okay? They cannot deal because they don't understand it. But it's coming together one way or another because it's a divine connection, okay? The Union of Hearts, a love connection defies explanation, and that's what at the bottom of the deck. It's as if you have to, like, it's because it's a divine connection. It's a divinely protected connection. You cannot understand it in the earthly pattern, okay? You cannot understand it in the sense of like, oh, you don't give me enough, like from the point of view of the ego, or like I want more, I need more, you're not giving me, I need expectations and such and such. And yes, we're human beings, of course we have to think about those things, of course we have to deal with this situation, 3D reality. However, just know that you not being able to understand it is because you're thinking of it just in this way, but it's not just that. It is a divine relationship. It's a divine connection that defines explanation, because it's out of this world. It's out of this world, Virgo, okay? So just know there's a true treasure there. And here we have number 41 and 42 came out back to back for you. Two cards flipped out. Do something for someone. Give your attention to another. It's such a pretty card. Do something, give your attention to another. And we have rest and relaxation is essential. And I could see that because here we have that number 4 here, which is the finding your stability. And when that wood chakra crystal fell, I felt like there is a sense that you need to find your groundedness, right? And here's your card here that's come on top of the clarification deck here, from the vice versa, which is the Hermit. So there's a sense for you to go within, to really take some time for yourself. We all have a fundamental need to take a break. There's a sense here you need to take a break so you really can work this thing out for yourself, okay, Virgo? So you really can get to the bottom of it all, that you are the treasure you want is within you, and that you have everything that you need, and you need to really work on opening up that third eye chakra to really see things from a deeper way, from a higher level, with your higher mind, so you can really understand what's important in your life, what's important to you. Okay, I hope this reading resonates, and I know it was a bit all over the place because they were showing me things like this was like more, this, and I'm trying to show all of it to you, and I almost finished without giving you your spiritual message here. And this is from the Work Your Light Oracle deck. Spirit, what is the additional message you have for Virgo friends? Let's see what additional Spirit have for you, Virgo. What additional message you have for Virgo friends? There we go. The Great Gathering. And at the bottom of the deck, we have Awakening. Oh my goodness. Yes. Wow. What I say, that third eye chakra for some of you was really going to open. Energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. Yes. Oh my goodness. You cannot resist this, okay, Virgo? It's about to happen for you. Take the time to relax, because this takes a lot out of us when you go into this shift of energy. Be in your hermit mode, because you're gonna be receiving a lot of information. There's gonna be a lot of download being poured down onto you, okay? But when you come out of it, though, you're gonna be a whole new person. Oh my goodness. But the card that comes out for you here is the Great Gathering. It's all coming together. Intuitive heat, soul tribe, intuitive heat. Okay, this is the card of like that is like the same thing I say, like downloads. You're gonna be receiving downloads. You go into your third eye chakra. You might be start feeling like pulsation in that area right there between your eyebrows. Okay, you may be coming to understanding things, revisiting things from your past, from your childhood. You may be remembering past lives, and you're going like, oh, this is what that means. And all of a sudden, you're understanding new things that have happened in your life. Okay, you're coming to a new understanding about them. Oh my goodness, this is so beautiful, Virgo. I wish you the best during these last 2 weeks of May, and take the time to really if you have to call out from work, do so. Okay, take some me time here to really gather your energy, to meditate, so you really can make sense of those messages, because you will be receiving a lot of what they say energetic hits. And in I can't even talk anymore, Virgo. I'm like so excited for this. Is just like so beautiful here. Okay, you're gonna be getting energetic upgrades. Okay, integration, a new way of being, and that's what you're gonna be feeling by the summertime here. And I wish you the very best. Please come back again at the beginning of June for our next set of reading. Thank you so much for your continued support, and I do hope this reading resonates. I'm sending you so much love. Remember, love is the only answer. I am so excited here for you, Virgo. Like, thank you.